So 8 minutes plus 2 laps in this All-Stars race. How does it work out, Lee? Let's just put it out to everyone. All the 18 gates are filled up, which means turn number 1, it's going to be like the Royal Rumble. There's going to be a million people fighting for the same piece of real estate at the same time. And if you thought the crashes in the other motos were excessive, well, the chaos here could prove to be even more of a catalyst for more such crashes.
Yeah, and I think we need to make comment and pay respect for the 250cc India and Asia class riders who they're just getting around this track fantastically well. However, they get to sit back and watch their stars that they look up to, the 250 International, but particularly the 450 class. Now, they have to line up down on the starting line alongside them and just go, hey, I have to race around this track. Now, what do? Do I try to get a good start so I'm battling with them in the first turn? Or if I don't get myself a good start and I'm shuffled to the back of the pack, how quickly am I going to be put a lap down by some of these faster 450s? So how do you mentally prepare these riders on the starting line? Every single one of them needs to individually figure out how they're going to tackle this situation.
And imagine if you're a 16-year-old Shlok Bhodpade and someone comes up to you and tells you, hey Shlok, today you're actually going to be racing against Matt Moss. Huh? Matt Moss, 9-time Australian Supercross champion, I'm going to be lining up with him? That's one of the most insane experiences that you could possibly have. And the 250cc International and the Asia bikes might not be the fastest ones on the straight, but in the corners, it's a good opportunity to show what you've got in there. And that is where all these riders will be interesting to watch. Now, in the last All-Star race that we had in Pune, Reed Taylor finished 4th overall. I'm not saying 4th in class, 4th overall. He was faster than 2 450cc bikes. Now, that is unlikely to happen here today because A, it's a longer race, and B, there are far more straights where the 450cc bikes can catch up. However, watch out for him because he's won every single race he's competed in his class. I just am very excited to see how he ranks up against all the others.
Well, I'm just going to lay it out there, and I believe that Reed Taylor will end up on the podium in this race.
Overall?
Yes, in this All-Stars, he's going to be top 3. I think he's going to go one better than he did at Pune, and I think he's going to turn that 4th place into 3rd, up against all of these 450s.
You know, I would love to see that happen. That would be a statement from Reed Taylor. And if he would do that, well, he would get a total of 15 points apiece P3, as we saw on the points table graphic. 18 riders, and everyone has to score points for their team. This is not a joke. This is not an exhibition. Every single one of these points counts for the overall team's championship. And here, the riders have got to A, navigate the chaos, and B, make sure that nobody crashes into them, because 18 riders on this narrow track, the blue flags, which means the flag that's waved to make sure that you are able to get past a slower rider, that will be a constant sight, and the riders will really have to dodge so many other slower riders as well.
Now, I tell you, someone that wants to try to turn their night around and make amends for his couple of 450 incidents that he's had is Jordi Tixia on board the BB Racing Honda machine. Now, he just happens to be starting one position to the right of Reed Taylor on board the Big Rock Kawasaki 250. So, if Reed Taylor wants to get to that first turn in a decent position, he needs to rocket out of that starting gate and try to get his elbows out ahead of Jordi Tixia. Now, Tixia has had a couple of bad starts tonight, so that's not completely out of the question.
And Tixia, well, he has one more opportunity to make things right. He may not have scored any points at all in his first photo of the day, but if he can win this, which he has done, by the way, today, it would be a big chance. Now then, 15-second board should be up in a couple of seconds. I think it's the calm before the storm, because when this race gets going, there's going to be no time to rest at all for anyone.
Trying to pick up our riders here, and there we see it. The 15-second board is up, and I cannot wait for the drop of the gate of this one. Riders getting nervous, the blood starting to pump. It's anticipation time. Who's going to come out on top? Let's watch for the drop of the gate, and they held it for a long time. Here we go. Who is going to enter into that first turn in first place? It looks to be, Camparisi has taken out a bunch of tough blocks. We've had riders go down. That looks to be Julian LeBeau, one of our 250 riders.
And Anderson Ruanero, one of our stars in the 250cc Asia class, is down on the first lap with Jacques Gunawardena as well. Top blocks have been murdered all the way through, but I tell you what, the lead currently belongs to one. Was it Nico Koch at the start? I saw that. I think it was Nico Koch, was it not? It is indeed Nico Koch getting the whole shot for Rise Motorsports. He is in P1, followed by Matt Moss of Big Rock Motorsports, and these points will count a ton for them. Lorenzo Camparisi for SG Speed Racers is currently third, as we see his position being taken away. That was surpassed by the Big Rock rider.
Mikel Lamarck, number 22. We're trying to pick up here. There's a little bit of a look over the shoulder. It is all going on here. That Matt Moss, we're trying to pick up lapped riders versus who's in the lead. Matt Moss there.
And you can tell the chaos just gets to everyone, including us, the competitors as well. We told you so. There are 18 riders on the same track at the same time. There's barely enough real estate for every single one of them. And this chaos becomes so hard to navigate for every one of these riders. Now, we should focus on Reed Taylor, who at this moment in time is somewhere in the mid-pack, trying to catch up, if I'm not mistaken, to a couple of other It's going everywhere. That's Reed Taylor at this moment in time. His fourth. Your prediction is turning out to be correct. Reed Taylor on a 250cc bike has gone faster than so many other 450cc bikes as well.
What an amazing job for Reed Taylor. He's moved his way up to 4th place now. That was a lapped rider that was in the way. I was trying to figure out what was going on. He moved nicely out of the way for us, but Matt Moss now has moved his way up into the head of the pack, and there is all kinds of drama.
I think Nico Koch got passed in by Reed Taylor and Matt Moss as well. Matt Moss is currently leading this race for the Big Rock Motorsport team, and Charles Lefrancois from Moises Racing is second. This is interesting. Moises Racing really getting a ton of points throughout this weekend, and now Lefrancois on the 225cc Kawasaki, but not 225cc, 225 numbered bike behind him. He's going to be earning a ton of points, but behind him, Shaw's music should be playing, because Jordi Tixier is right on his tail, and when you see Jordi Tixier behind you, there has to be panic, even though you're someone as good as Charles Lefrancois, haven't you?
Yes, I apologise there. I called Charles Lefrancois a lapped rider there. He wasn't coming up on our timing screen, and then all of a sudden he has. I thought he got caught up in that first turn pile-up. My apologies. But Jordi Tixier now is on an absolute charge on board the BB Racing Honda machine, and he has slotted back. Oh, we've had riders go down in that left-hander coming across the start straight.
Jacques Gunawardena and Brookway Bargunje collecting each other at the end of the rhythm section. So that's unfortunate for both these Asian riders who have been phenomenal so far. Another rider down would have to be Gunawardena again. Something's really going wrong for the Sri Lankan rider, who was the highest bid one in the entire championship. He has got such an incredible CV, but unfortunately, sometimes it's just not your night.
Okay, so Matt Moss has company in the form of the former World MXGP champion, Jordi Tixier, on board the BB Honda racing machine. He is all over the back of the number 102 Kawasaki from Big Rock. A little bit of a dab at the front wheel there, and Matt Moss didn't realise he had company.
And finally we get to see these two all-stars, two legends of the sport racing against each other. Tixier has a better run. He's on the inside of Matt Moss as we go through the finish up, and he has the lead indeed. Jordi Tixier is an all-star expert. He's leading the race, but Matt Moss sends one on the inside with commitment. That was a bold one.
Yes, and he put a little bit of extra on it. Oh my God, what a battle here. Moss up the inside. Oh! And the front brake got tagged there, and Matt went down so fast. That was an instant stop.
It's all bumping up here. Matt Moss is down from second place.
Well, first of all, did we just see Jordi Tixier off the side of the jump? How did he even stay on the track? And then a look over the shoulder and a bit of a shake of the head. Now watch Tixier set this up. Goes to the inside and makes the pass, and now Matt Moss just tries to find some real estate here. Watch the front brake, boom, and stops that bike instantly. That was a gymnastics move over. He landed hard on his back.
wall there. Those top blocks are really, really tough. And Matt Moss now, unfortunately, down and out. And this matters. This seriously matters because Matt Moss, who has won one race and got one podium today, will barely be scoring any points in this race. He's currently P6, and that is a good result nonetheless. But Big Rock Motorsport will be losing a ton of time. However, what they lose through Matt Moss is what they gain through Reed Taylor. The 250cc rider is third.
I'm going to say I called it. I called it third.
It's unbelievable. For context, the 250cc bikes obviously far, far slower than the 450cc ones on the main straight. However, Reed Taylor is currently ahead of 3 other 450cc bikes.
Now, Samil, can I just say, it is not over yet. He is 0.5 of a second behind Charles Lefrancois. There is still plenty of racing still to go.
And right now we are seeing Reed Taylor trying to get past Anderson Guadaro, who we can confirm is a lap rider. So this should not be a major tussle. However, Reed Taylor has his eyes firmly set on Charles Lefrancois in second.
So he has passed him already.
He
is up into second place now. I want to watch these times and see how he compares to Jordi Tixia. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 250 in second place. Just to give you a little bit of perspective here, the amount of horsepower that these 250s have is so small compared to the 450s. What an amazing ride. What a display we are seeing from this young Australian kid.
It clearly proves that you don't need horsepower to win. You need a lot of guts and some pure riding talent. Well, you do need some horsepower as well, to be honest, but this is something that Reed Taylor possesses in excess. Guts aplenty, technique aplenty, and a calm mind, well, that you can see because in his earlier moto, he crashed in the middle of the race, but he got back up immediately and ended up winning that race by 4.5 seconds. That's the kind of person Reed Taylor is. He's like a punching bag. You drop him down, he get back up almost immediately and be like, surprise, I'm right here.
And just when we thought that the BB Racing and the Big Rock Motorsports challenge or the head-to-head rivalry between these two teams couldn't get any hotter, it's just going to get hotter once again. Jordi Tixia and Matt Moss come together and it's just heated up once again.
We have our new Mumbai Indians versus CSK right now in this championship. BB Racing versus Big Rock Motorsport. They will keep on fighting until the very, very end. And we've got to say that was a bit of a tricky one for Matt Moss because, let's be honest, he kind of had to go.
Is Matt Moss back up to 4th place? This is just crazy, incredible stuff. His lap time, he did a 37.5 that last time around. Can he make his way up to 3rd place?
Now, of course, one great boxer who, at the moment in time, I don't remember who, but one great boxer once said, it's not about the plan you have before the punch, it's what happens after the punch that determines how good of a fighter you are. I'm paraphrasing, I know, but that's essentially what the spirit of the goal is, and that's essentially what it should be for Matt Moss, who got punched down twice. He fell out of his first moto, got a podium. Fell out of this one, is almost on the way to getting another podium. Mr. Resilience, Matt Moss he is.
And he is only about 1.5 seconds off the back of Charles Lefrancois. And if he can pass Lefrancois, that will pop him up into 3rd place in this race behind his teammate on board the 250. And what a moment that will be for the two very, very close friends, both Reed Taylor and his mentor, Matt Moss. The 2-lap board has come up. So we've got about 1.5 laps for Matt Moss to get past Lefrancois.
And he could do that almost immediately. Sends one on the inside. That doesn't quite work out. Matt Moss, past the rhythm section, has another couple of chances to get past Charles Lefrancois. He's clipped a tough block. That's a bit of a tricky one. But Charles Lefrancois, of the number 225 more in this racing, looks excellent on the corners. His run is incredible. He's going to make it hard for Matt Moss to get another podium. But what a story as we come across the final lap of this race. Reed Taylor aboard a 250cc bike to get a podium ahead of 4 other 450s.
Oh, he is trying everything he can. I'm trying to think of where the next passing opportunity is going to come. Lefrancois almost comes together with a lapped rider, and Matt Moss just off the side of the track, bunting with him. Can he set something up here? We come back now and have a look. The jersey is just, the sleeve is torn on the side of Tixia, but it's not going to matter as he comes across and wins the All-Stars here at Ahmedabad for round 2. What an amazing ride. We'll try to pick up, I believe it will be 2nd place for Reed Taylor.
It is indeed Johnny Tixier. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. There are some words between Matt Moss and Johnny Tixier. The action is getting heated. BB Racing versus Big Rock. This battle keeps on getting hotter and hotter and hotter, not just by the day, but by the race. Tempers flying between Matt Moss and Johnny Tixier as Johnny Tixier got the win, but Moss clearly unhappy with the move that Tixier made that caused Matt Moss to fall down and lose that big win in the All-Star race. His sleeve is torn apart, but he's got a big win, and now he's got to face the brunt of Matt Moss's aggression.
Yeah, he is certainly not happy at the moment, without a doubt. They're having words, they're pointing. He's talking about what happened on the track and how he wasn't happy. And I guess Johnny Tixier is trying to respond and tell his side of the story of what he believes happened.
Nobody's listening at this moment in time, though. Nobody is listening.
Well, I think a lot of people are watching, though, as we see the replay here. Let's watch it get set up. Matt Moss up the inside. Very nice, forceful, aggressive, and has a look at the shoulder with a little bit of a shake of the head, and then boom. Tixier up the inside here, does likewise, and then there is just not enough room here. Moss, that front brake grabbed and boom, straight over and onto his back. I can't believe he was even able to get back up as this dispute continues.
I don't know what it's all about. Maybe Matt Moss is saying, buddy, you didn't leave enough space for me. Maybe that could be his argument, and that's what they're talking about potentially. And Tixier trying his best. Tixier is trying his best to calm Matt Moss down, but are you supposed to leave that sort of space heading into a corner?
Have a look at the smoke coming off Johnny Tixier's bike. I mean, it's just done a full race and he's stopped now, and I believe coolant's just going to be spat out everywhere. So
I don't think that's from the bike. That's from the rider himself as well. He is steaming hot, trying to just manage the tempers. It may as well be from his head and may as well be from Matt Moss's head, because both of them are so angry.
Well, the way these bikes work, they need air to be coming through the radiator to be able to cool them down. And when you've just done such a crazy race like this, and we've got all kinds of shenanigans going on at the moment, I would dearly love Sagarica to be able to get in there and get that microphone in someone's face, and so we can perhaps find out what they have to say.
Hopefully Matt Moss as well, because we'd love to hear both sides of the story. And Johnny Tixier telling everyone, hey, it's not my fault. I got my sleeve torn off as well in the middle of this battle. But Lee, what really happened there? In the entire context of the championship, this could be huge, because Big Rock have lost a ton of points.
Yeah, look, as we see Johnny Tixier starting to make his way over now, it was a back and forward battle. It all started from Tixier off the right-hand side of the triple. He literally took off about halfway up the takeoff ramp. I don't know how he managed to do that jump. So that was an interesting point of view to be able to see as we watch once again here Charles Lefrancois, and there we see Matt Moss. So Moss wasn't quite able to be able to make that pass.
The story might be about Matt Moss.
So this is I would love to see that again. Oh, have a look at the flip and landing on the back. But if we could see that again just for a second, what that did is that showed the gap coming into the corner, and that was an amazing view, and that's the first that we've been able to see that.
Well, we'll get to that replay very shortly, but the story might be about Johnny Tixier winning and crashing with Matt Moss. However, a shout out to Reed Taylor as well, finishing second on a 250cc bike, and also to Charles Lefrancois, who's got a great podium for the Mohites Racing team. Incredible results for all these riders.